teams haven't really practiced the King of the Hill maps at all, and they didn't know they'd have to play them. So what we said, we can just take the whole list, ban until there's one left, and it was Dorado. It's going to be Reunited starting on the attacking side.
Yep. So they played Dorado before, where Reunited won. Hell if I can find the times on my sheet here. But they won. That was a very clear fact. They took it to 1-1 the first time they did play it, but let's hop straight into game here and see how this one goes.
Yeah, it was very, very close. I think it did actually go to an overtime when IDDQD were attacking. They managed to just get over, but I think it was 4 seconds faster for Reunited. So it's fair enough. We're going to go to the closest map of the bunch between these two for the tiebreaker. I mean, it's not... Well, yeah, it's a tiebreaker. That's what it is. So... Going to be interesting here as well. I mean, in terms of our lineups, I don't know if we're going to really see this attacking Widow here for Mendo. I think he's probably just having a bit of fun there, showing off his skin, as nice as it is.
If he switches to Hanzo, I know what he's doing.
Enough waiting around.
Okay, I don't think he's going to do it. There's a spot there you can just shoot as a Hanzo arrow. You shift over and actually see what you're up against over the wall.
Oh, you can, yeah, you fire the Sonic Arrow over here, or something like that.
And you can see what you're fighting against.
This is pretty
doesn't look like he's going to be going for it. I'm not sure if it's actually a bannable thing. Not necessarily bannable, but like a disqualifiable thing. I don't know if it's against the rules just yet too much, but I would assume it's not really going to be against anything because just a part of the map.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gibraltar where you have a window and you can see what the defending team are doing. So, you know, I guess attacking teams will become aware of that possibility and maybe just give it some space. We'll see. Now, as it is going to be kicking off here in a second, the attacking side, Reunited. It is Dorado. We're trying to find a winner here to our first Community Cup. One way or another, we're going to have one by the end of this map. Let's go. On your screen with Mort here at the moment. Jason's mic's just having some problems. Get one fixed for you guys in just a second. Pushes up though as Reunited want to make their way forward. His chips up the top side and Coco is trying to press forward here as well. Trying to get the charge, but Winghaven got shielded up at just the right moment, and the counter charge is going to be pretty darn good. So he's going to make his way forward there. So is Mendo, and that payload is on its way up the road here. Decent progress here for Reunited, who, to be fair, have been able to force right back against IDDQD. Look at how much ground they've had to give. They've actually had to even concede that little underpass there as well.
Yeah, they've actually given up a lot of area, which is a little bit concerning, but Ploopy's he's already behind him yet again here, coming around from the back. So he doesn't have an ultimate up though, so not going to be able to do too much, I would assume. They're just hammering away as much as he possibly can. Going to Wraithborn back into his team, getting sped up as well by Never Give Up. Really smart play out of him there. So we'll get some good damage in, also get some gold ult percent. But now Mendo is going to be there just to greet him as he gets up towards that high ground.
Well, this is pretty much what we're seeing last time with Pluppy just sitting off towards the side and jumping in when he had to. And to be fair, that's why this is such a hard to contest area of the map, especially as an attacking team, because there are some peripheral angles that you need to be aware of. That the defenders could sort of jump out and just pick you up from here. So you can see Mendo looking for that one. He goes straight in, and actually right behind him is going to be Pluppy now. Can he get away? The shield came in, actually, as Unfixed even pushed in. So Reunited just not wasting their time coming forward here, but it was a defensive sound barrier being used as well. It's going to slow things up a tad. Payload has made marginal progress here, but it should be stopped in a moment as you see Pluppy doing Pluppy things.
Yeah, it seems like they're more than happy just to take their time here. Reunited did actually choose to go on the attacking side for this half. So let's see how it works out for them. I mean, they're not having a terrible time just yet. They're going a little bit slow, but again, Pluppy has gotten behind him. And again, he's been spotted out by Mendo, who's actually been a lot more aware this time. And considering how the first game went out between them last time on Dorado, where Pluppy was able to get behind them so often, it seems like Reunited have finally able to wake up and figure out exactly how they're going to play this one.
Yeah, they still have to work around that Reaper off into the side room here. United do, that is, so we'll see. We'd have a Zarya here for Unfixed as well. He's been sort of gravitating in between a few different heroes at this stage. Very flexible player that he is. Again, Mendo looking for an opening in. Finally, they do have a symmetric here into that. Hulk has been setting things up quite nicely. We'll have a teleporter in a few moments here. Didn't get it as quick as he would have liked because they had to give up so much ground early. That was timely coming in there with the Deadeye. Managed to get one kill, pressing forward.
Oh, nice actual flashbang comes on to Winghaven, and he dodges away from their shutter as well. So that's an ultimate now gone and completely useless. This is going to be a complete slaughter. IDDQD absolutely wiped the floor with Reunited. The only person to stay alive is Unfixed. Actually, not even stay alive. He actually died but respawned back in. And yeah, they gave a lot of ground early on, but they sure as hell locked them down when it mattered here in this underground.
Yeah, I think Never Give Up actually used his secondary fire and knocked Winghaven back. So when the hammer did come down, that shortened range now made it so that no one actually on IDDQD was affected by that. So essentially wasting it. Really, really interesting there. And you can see now that Mendo's trying to get into the backside. Just had to wait for that grenade cooldown and time he's able to pick him up. There's a sound barrier, defensive and attacking ones as well. So both teams now investing in that one. Let's see if they can make some progress here. It's going to be a Graviton Surge being used, and Winghaven does get the hammer in there. It's a lot of damage across. Makoko now coming back up. So is Internet Hulk, and Time moves off towards the side. It wasn't quite enough. A lot of ultimates used there for Reunited, but they still lose 3 and have to push back.
It was a good attack ideally for United, but when Pluppy and Taimu both don't die, it's like, all right, well, you killed like our support, you killed our tank, but our damages are still up, and they're absolutely going to wreck through you. So again, they're able to hold on to that one. Mendo, though, got his ultimate up. You could easily charge straight into him, but again, those turrets being very damn deadly, and also giving away a lot of his positioning.
Ooh, cheeky little reflector. That could go anywhere at this stage, but yeah, you're right. Mendo has to circle back around and have to be careful. He was pretty much well spotted. He's not all that healthy right now as well, especially with, I think, Taimu channeling that. Did I hit? No. It was actually Valley Tiger. I had to be one of them there with their ults ready to go. Here it comes. Everyone getting the heck out there as well. Taimu zoning quite nicely with that one, buying a few extra seconds. Oh, Valley got lucky. It wasn't a full channel circle, I think, but Taimu's still able to come forward and spam that right click, get the kills. Now Fix is going to be forced to back away. I do hear Mendo. Pretty sure he's ulting forward now. Good reflections, but still shut down by Never Give Up, who was up behind him.
And they get shut down from the backside, unfortunately. And that will mean he can't just continue to charge through and not able to pick up the kill on Chips Hygiene, which is the man who is definitely looking for. There we go. Again, Volatage, 8 seconds remaining on this first checkpoint here. They have to cap it here to extend this game, or it could be looking very bad for them as the game continues. Again, why are they kind of leaving the payload on its own? They're not able to pick up the kills, and just the revives. Not even the revives, the second coming of IDDQD with the respawns is enough. And that's going to be an ultimate to shut down the game. I don't think there's any way Reunited can get back to this payload in time.
No, it's too much of a walk for them. In fact, Jason's probably one of the longest walks on the map, and there it is. We may have this deadlock broken there by a strong, solid defense from IDDQD. Just completely dominant there as well. Didn't even allow the first checkpoint to be taken. Very, very good. And Taimu, much deserved from him. Really, really strong play, I'd have to say. I mean, we saw that, Pluppy was definitely off to the side doing a lot of work, and Unfixed wasn't able to get in. Valley Charger definitely seemed to be outclassed himself. You could see the man himself going down in that moment. Very, very, very well put together. I mean, that right click, it's always a right click with McCree's nowadays. As players aren't using him so much to work at the medium to long range, he's got a bit of damage fall off, so get up in the face, fan that hammer, and Taimu with 11 of 18 kills from using that technique. Solid stuff from him.
Yeah, we know what this means though, right?
That means that if IDDQD get past the first checkpoint, they win.
Yep, and that would be one hell of a, I guess, way to end the game, that they're able to help defend the push, actually to completely stop Reunited from getting even that single first checkpoint at the end. Obviously, towards the end of a grand finals, you want that big climactic ending with like, oh my god, they pushed with a few seconds left or whatever, but that solid rock hard defense IDDQD put up is a thing of brilliance.
It's almost just as hype for me, to be honest, just putting up a strong defense. I don't really need to see those down to the skin of your teeth moments sometimes when you see such well played defenses. So yeah, like you sort of pointed out, IDDQD just have to get past this point right here, and they will have the game. It doesn't matter what they do after that, they just need to get there. So they have a lot of time, and it also means that this will be a shorter half either way.
So what happens if neither team caps the first point? We're going to a map 8, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, this is literally the...
We'll be here till 4 a.m. and we're on map number 17 here between IDDQD and Reunited. Literally. And they still somehow avoided playing all the control points and any more control maps.
No, I'm literally going to chuck them onto a King of the Hill map.
We'll literally flip the coin. Be like, all right, you win. Congratulations.
Well, I guess someone has to win in those ones, though, at least King of the Hill. So can't really have those draws, which is going to be kind of nice. Let's just chuck them on Nepal or something like that. That'd be fun. No, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I mean, IDDQD looking promising here. If you remember last time on this map, IDDQD almost held Reunited back, but they managed to get through, and then they managed to finish the map off the back of that one. It took them a long time, but then the next couple checkpoints they stormed through. So, if we go by what we saw already, IDDQD should be able to get that first checkpoint, but it means there's going to have to be a much more of a stronger hold on this street, especially for Reunited, and then even more past that first choke point with the underpass. So we'll see what they can do. Mendo already got himself crouching here as well, just taking his time.
Yeah, little tidbit for you guys at home. Widowmaker can see your head. If you're on the sides of it, can see your head over that. I found that out the hard way.
Over this thing?
yeah, if you go to like not the circular part, but all the way to the right in the corner, she can see your head and she can snipe you. So very smart play.
Fortunately enough, there isn't going to be a Widowmaker here, though. He's going to be a Winston come in to join Coco on his Reinhardt, and the push has already happened now. Mendo is going to jump down. No nonsense from this guy, trying to get the job done, get the kills in. I don't know if it's going to be so easy for him, though. Value opens up nicely. Winghaven got the pin up against the wall, but he also did drop in the process here, so it's not really going to stop IDDQD coming forward as Coco gets on towards Unfixed, and yep, there it is. Reunited have to give up a bit of ground.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, though. I mean, it bought them a little bit of time. It took about half a minute to actually get up towards this point, so they got a little bit of extra time on their side, but it comes down to the holds under this actual archway. If they can maintain this position, especially when they get into the plaza coming up a little bit further. Nice. Winston shield does go down. Does give him a little bit more distance.
Really quite good.
Helps prevent the enemy team from actually doing too much to you, and also makes it so Coco can recharge his shield if he does need it. But here we go. The sound barrier coming in. The flash breaks being thrown left and right, and this is starting to look good here. This is 2 men now down for the side of Reunited, and no one's even died for IDDQD. This could be it.
They did the damage first. They got the ultimates ready, and now they keep coming forward. Mendo just fell down. It's going to be a Deadeye ready to go here for Taimu if he wants it. That's going to be the GG, and it wasn't quick. Almost anticlimactic finish to this one, but it's been a long enough series as it is. And again, IDDQD get the win up against Reunited. And again, it's in, well, technically the 6th map, but in the 5th map. It went all the way, and now they can go and eat.
That's exactly what I'm going to do after this game as well. But yeah, I mean, they played out so different games. You know, considering we were looking at this one, we were wondering best of ones, is it really the route to go? It started off really quickly, like we're talking like 2-minute games, but then we got to this and it's now midnight, so it ended up working out pretty damn well, going to a best of 5 series at the end.
Really happy with that.
But honestly, great job by IDDQD to actually kind of step up there. I mean, this is a team who's given a lot of trouble to Reunited, but you know, you also can say this, Reunited, they might have been struggling in the past with some lineups and stuff like that. You know, Stefan is no longer on the team. Bromos was the person that came in for him, and he wasn't even here today, whether or not it was because maybe they want to get rid of him, or maybe because he just couldn't show up today. But it's nice to see there's so many damn good top teams in Europe.
Yeah, and it's also nice to see a new title holder right now, I think it's safe to say, amongst the EU teams. I mean, there are a lot of big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, SK Gaming's going to come up strong when we start to see more of them. G2's up there. Of course, Eccentric, and of course, IDDQD, along with Reunited and Melty.
Yeah. Very true. North America, they have some pretty good teams. A lot of good up-and-comers. Google Me was a team we saw just yesterday in a tournament, doing pretty damn well, challenging out on Old Hubris. Now Envious take it to, I think, a 5th map, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of good teams, a lot of good potential out there, and of course, I think that's going to do it for our entire tournament. But this is only the first one of many. We still got weeklies coming on every Sunday for Europe. I think Saturdays for North America. We'll be testing more rule sets in the future, so make sure to stay tuned for that, whether it's hero switching or hero limits or a combination of both or something else in the future. Hero drafting, not going to happen. I will fight my hardest to never let that happen. At least in its current state, you need way more heroes than that. But of course, you can always check out our VODs over on YouTube, just youtube.com/C